Initially, the way I got involved with Paleface was I was contacted through a dear friend of mine, Vernon Wells, who acted in one of my features, Trouble's My Business. And he had been approached by Tony and by Bill about a number of projects that they were doing through Safe Harbor Films. And because it had, Vernon's seal of approval on it, I said, sure, I'll talk to them. And they ended up being really nice gentlemen. Tony and Bill are just fine guys, and Bill is an author. We share a passion for writing. Tony is a consummate salesman, and he's great at getting people involved and enthusiastic about it. The final sort of good housekeeping seal of approval was Catherine Norland, who I've known for, I think, 10 years. I actually edited something for her a long time ago, and there was some other stuff that we did, and we have mutual respect because we both work as actors as well. So when you look at a project like that, even before you see the story, you look at the team. And in this particular case, the team was a blue ribbon team. There was a lot of really good people. There was a built-in audience for Paleface. You had Catherine, who was kind of my lifeline as far as, okay, this is legit, this is going to happen, this is a real thing. So I came on board as a director for Paleface. The thing that resonated with me was I thought, okay, we've all felt like we're in two worlds sometimes, but that we don't belong in either one. And something that science fiction does really well is talk about truth and tell truths in a sort of abstract background but that we can all understand. And in this case, Hector, who is a Native American character, which was kind of cool, he lived in two worlds. He had the white man's school, but he also lived on a reservation. And then something remarkable happened. And in Paleface, that transformative occurrence, that almost supernatural occurrence, is something that forces him not only to confront his own demons, but forces him to plant himself in one world or the other. And for me, science fiction or a genre film, if it's also about something, is much better. Because as a director, I love working with somebody where there's some meat on the story. That I love action, I love genre films, I love all of that. And the idea of a Western Native American sci-fi thing is cool, but it's also about something, and so that was important. The project is called Paleface. It's going to be an indie film, probably 2 to 7 million, depending on who's in it. It's important for a couple of reasons. A, it's always important to get a new story from a new perspective out. And to me, the Native American setting is not window dressing. It is, in fact, intrinsic to the story. No matter what genre it is, it's always, okay, how do I lay down the framework to make this happen on a technical end? Then creatively, what's my vision? How do I create the physical shots, the actual manufacture of the film? And then beyond that, that ephemeral thing of how do I create an environment on the set where this actor tops what they even thought was possible? How do I create those moments that allow for the magic, for the little happy accidents that you have the confidence to leave in a film that end up being the most memorable thing about it? So my challenges are obviously, you're always out of time and you're always out of money, no matter how much. If it's a $100 million film, you're still almost out of time and out of money. If it's a $1 million film, you're also almost out of time and money. There are incredibly talented Native American actors that can carry this story. The fact that it's set in this somewhat unusual, reservation setting, but also familiar because it's a Western, gives it some kind of a root, but it also makes it unique. And it's unique in a way that you wouldn't find in a studio film. A studio film would need to appeal to the many, whereas this, we can get really involved in this world and these people. And that's what independent film does really well. I love doing genre films because that's an entry point of like, it's a sci-fi, it's action, it's got all that. But at the end of the day, it is also has the freedom and the flexibility of an independent film where we can tell a story about someone whose life you would not ever encounter before. And the book does that really well. I know Bill's been rigorous about doing research, about making it very accurate. And the act of creating the screenplay has forced him to address some of the things in the book. So we've had conversations as we're developing the script. We're like, let's talk to someone. Let's talk to a shaman. Let's talk. Is that how they do it? Is this what we're doing? So in a way, he's enjoying revisiting it, and I'm seeing it for the first time as a filmmaker going, how do I tell this story? I don't want to just talk about it. I want to show people. I want to, what are the emotions in it? How do we create a unique look and feel for it? So for me, the project is important because we're seeing a new story that's universal but it's also very specific and unique. And because it has this Native American lead actor in it, it's an opportunity for Native American talent to come in. I want to work with them. I love finding, I think Catherine said the same thing, I love finding new people that, but for a turn left or right, they didn't get a break to do something. And if you can create that opportunity, and you can do that by donating right here on Indiegogo, you can buy the ticket now when we need it, before the movie is made, and you can enroll yourself in this. You can help us find Native American talent. If you're out there and you're Native American, if you've ever complained, there's not any movies from my point of view, from my perspective, now is the time. Now you can put your money in. We have perks, we have all these things, but you are enrolling yourself in a story that's worth telling. The best thing a backer could do is, if you truly believe in it, enroll in the project through a donation, get a perk, but more importantly, tell people that you're involved in it. There may be someone that you turn to and go, you know, I just got involved in this Paleface. It's a genre science fiction, Western, alien abduction, Native American film. Well, that person may have resources that you don't know about that can help your vision, which is you, the audience member, going, I want the best possible version of this story, or I wouldn't have put money into it. So you telling people, you putting it wherever you are, either in person, when you meet somebody and you're talking about it, if you're sharing it on social media, that's how you're going to help. And obviously, if you see us being successful with this campaign, if you have more resources, go for a stretch goal, increase it, because every cent that you're putting into Paleface in this campaign is going towards laying down that framework that's going to allow us to make the movie, which is casting, which is getting the cash register built, the finance, and then moving forward with it. The way Indiegogo works is, if you have made your goal, they'll leave it open. If you don't make it, it's done. That's an all or nothing proposition. If you don't make it, that's it. So you have to make the initial goal. If we don't make it to that, then we're done. But if we continue, then you, 6 months from now, can jump back in, get involved in it. So it's so important for us to make the goal in the time you see listed here on the page. We need to make that minimum amount of money. If you want to get more involved, when we go over that, these stretch goals will be available to you as giant thank yous that you can get more involved in. I just want to say thank you to everybody that contributed to this campaign, to everyone that felt that it was worth putting some of your money right now when we need the ticket. You're buying it. We're deeply grateful to you, and we hope to create this vision together with you. It's an incredible team. Catherine, Tony, Bill, myself will be bringing in more and more people as you help us start building the infrastructure to make Paleface. This is a real delight to be able to have this campaign on here, and I hope you'll take a look at all the information we have on the page and go ahead, jump on board.